What's going on, BFL fam? I'm Carlos, and welcome back to Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. Today we have some special guests, Stephen from Adolescence, Jason from The Voice of Fragrance, formerly known as 860 Cologne, and we're going to give you our takes on the Naughton and Wilson Gravitas. Keep it right there.
Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. Brooklyn Fragrance Lover.
Thanks so much for tuning in today. As always, I really do appreciate it, and I hope you're all safe and healthy. So today we're talking about Gravitas from our friend, our co-fragrance reviewer, Mr. Smelly77. He's from England. He started a brand, it's called Naughton and Wilson. He started the brand with someone who is Scottish, I believe. He's the creative director, and with another gentleman, Matt Wilson is the other gentleman. And the perfumer for this fragrance was John Steffen, English perfumer. This fragrance goes for 90 euros, which is about approximately $101 US dollars. Let's have Stephen do the presentation portion.
Yeah, so I had the pleasure of meeting Dan back in February when I was visiting London, and he was kind enough to gift me a bottle for review. And it is a gorgeous presentation. You have the Naughton and Wilson crest here on the front, just the name of the company towards the bottom. You have the name of the fragrance on the spine as well. And then on the back, you also have the ingredients with the size and some other information. Pretty cool, sort of almost like a wallpaper motif in the back of the box as well. And the bottle is really well done too. You sort of have this metal plaque here in the front. You have N and W for Naughton and Wilson on the top of the cap. I wouldn't pick it up from the cap. It is a
Yes.
very heavy bottle. It has a lot of weight to it. And the sprayer, it has a pressurized atomizer, so you can spray out a little bit or a lot. And I am just overwhelmed with the smell of creamy lavender at the moment.
So this is an aromatic fougere. Thanks for the presentation, Stephen.
You're welcome.
This is an aromatic fougere. It was released 2020. As I said before, the perfumer is John Steffen. The notes are bergamot, mandarin orange, lavender, coriander, cardamom, pepper, patchouli, oak moss, ambergris, and vanilla. Now, before I smell this, I knew what this fragrance was going to be all about, because you kind of get to learn people's taste from their reviews and the fragrances that they love and the ones they don't love. I knew that this would be a barbershop type fragrance. It is. It's very gentlemanly. It is. That's what I thought, and it turned out to be. It's a nice lavender. It smells clean. It smells polished. It smells like a well-dressed man. Some people are saying that it might perhaps be too mature. I don't think so, but maybe 25 and older. Well done, in my opinion. I do like this fragrance. How do you feel about it, Steve-O?
So I get a lot of that sort of slightly powdery lavender that's used in the opening. And like you said, it's a very creamy, very sort of dressed up, refined, barbershoppy lavender. And it does remind me of fragrances like Christians in New York or Invasion Barbar by MDCI. It falls within that genre, yet managing to do its own thing. And I know the perfumer behind this fragrance also has a lot of versatility, because I've smelled some of his work for, I believe it's Bottega Victorious.
Oh, wow.
And and I was really impressed with the way that this one smelled. The one note that I was able to pick up on, in addition to the lavender, is this note of cardamom. And I felt very validated when I looked back at the note breakdown, and I'm like, I thought I was smelling something spicy in here. But you have this really nice sort of organic lavender opening. Then of course it dries down to this green oak moss and patchouli combination. It's really nice.
Aromatic. It's not a fragrance that shouts. It does have decent projection, but goes close to the skin, as most fragrances do. I got average longevity. It's not all day long. It's not Beach Hut Man or anything like that, but 4 or 5 hours, with the last 3 hours being a little close to the skin. But it's really, really enjoyable, I find. So, I'm sorry. I feel like we've left you out in the corner there. Thanks for joining us.
I'm glad to be here. I mean, I have heard about this fragrance and I had some of the same expectations. I haven't tried it yet. I got my sampling that, Carlos sent me. Thank you very much. And I've been really looking forward to trying this because I love Dan's reviews and I think he and I have a lot of similar tastes. So I've been wanting to try this for a long time. So I'm going to spray it here and see if I can get first impressions.
First impressions. Voila.
Yeah. I'm getting, it harkens back to a classic fragrance, not as on the opening at least, not as powdery. I'm getting a lot of the, I guess the second iteration, the more known one of Chanel Pour Monsieur.
The
Because I
concentrate?
think the tall bottle, not the original from the 50s, but the one that I sold 10 years ago when I was working at Macy's. That's the one that I
Right.
liked a lot. So, I think they came out with an eau de parfum where they changed the fragrance again. So I'm getting a little bit of that and a little bit of Antaeus, but not nearly as harsh. It's kind of like if they came out with Antaeus the barbershop scent or Antaeus Light.
Do any of you guys? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Do any of you guys get like a kind of like a Raja, a Danger, or like the Parfum Colognes, like a little feel of those fragrances, like Danger or Fetish? A little bit.
I do a little bit. I think if I would compare it to any fragrance, it would be Danger, which is actually my scent of the day.
Whoa, look at that.
So it's so funny that you mentioned that. But it also does smell a little bit like Heritage by Guerlain. It's also kind of in the family in terms of its creaminess to Beau de Jour by Tom Ford, and almost harkening back to like a Zeno by Davidoff. It's definitely in that family.
What are the floral aspects of this, or are there any?
There's lavender. The
But
rest
no
are,
rose or anything like that?
No, there's citrus notes, lavender, coriander, and cardamom, spicy notes, pepper, and then the I guess more of the base notes: patchouli, oak moss, ambergris, and a creamy vanilla.
Okay,
Which,
I guess it's probably the creamy vanilla that I'm getting, and getting some of that. Nice.
Hey, you guys, look at this. Make America fresh again.
Shout out to our good friend Buck, right?
Absolutely, always. All right, you guys, this was fun. And for the rest of you out there, we have a bigger surprise after this review is done. We do a little musical number for you from one of our favorite bands. Steven and I, is it one of your favorite bands?
Oh,
Jason?
absolutely.
From the Beatles, and stay tuned after the review, and you'll see us perform. It's pretty nice. I've done a lot of creative stuff during this pandemic, and it's been a lot of fun and kept my head positive. So thanks so much for tuning in today. If you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. Be sure to show some love over at their channels, both great channels. And if you've been a subscriber, click on the bell icon so you don't miss notifications and reviews and kind of giveaways and other fun always happening right here at BFL. Thank you, gentlemen. Thanks for being on.
My
Love
pleasure.
you. Love you all, and I'll see you guys at the next video.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday, suddenly, why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday. such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe yesterday why she had to go. I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Love was such an easy game to play.